and welcome back to my channel. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning and you've been here before, thank you for joining me again for another video. I also want to give you guys a special shout out and a special thank you for everyone who went over and watched my video I made with my nephew about COVID-19. He has been so excited every day when I see him. He asks, how many views, how many views? And he has had the most views I've had in the last month that I've been posting. So thank you guys for making all of this possible, and it's literally have made his day. He smiles and he thinks he's a superstar, and it's so cute. So I just want to thank you guys for that. It's very special and it means a lot to me and obviously to him. But today I am going to be showing you guys how I created this bun, so how I get this look. I had a friend ask me to do a video about it. Obviously, people who have been following me for a while know that I change my hair constantly, and I'm always looking for something new to do to my hair or makeup wise, style wise. So this is what I've been rocking lately, and I was asked to show you guys how I get this look. So if you keep on watching, I'll show you step by step of how I achieve this look and all the products that I use to achieve it. But first, make sure you subscribe, hit that bell button so that you could be notified every time that I post a new video. So let's jump in. I'm gonna show you guys the products that you'll need to be able to achieve this look. So you're going to need a spray bottle. Then you're going to need the Got to Be Glued. And I also use this edge control. This is the one that I prefer to use. It's really good and it's like a little putty. It just slicks all your hair back. So any baby hairs that you don't want, like flyaways and stuff, this is the stuff. So this is the one that I use. And then of course you're going to need a comb, a brush, and you're going to want to use bobby pins. So I have like a little container full of them. You're going to need enough, so make sure you have lots of bobby pins, and then you're gonna need some elastic bands. And obviously this is all the hair that I have on my head, so I use this. You can buy them at any hair store. I buy the human hair one because I curl them. But if you want like synthetic, if you have like black hair, you can buy some synthetic that's already curled and you could use that. But I buy the human hair one. So basically all it is like long tracts of hair. And what I do is I'll wrap it around my bun. So I'm going to show you guys how I get that full bun look. And then I also use this Hot Shot curler to make the curl. I just pulled my hair down and I just brushed it real quick. So you're gonna want to make sure you have no knots and that it's all brushed back. And then this is where I use the spray bottle. So I'm just gonna wet like the top of my hair so that I could get a more slick back look, and it's just easier to manage. So I'm gonna just spray this all over. And then I'm going to start with the Got to Be Glued. I'm going to put just about this much, and then I'm just going to rub it in my hand, and I'm going to apply this all over, not throughout the whole hair, but just the top, because this is going to help me get that slick look and get my hair all pulled back properly. So when you're done that, you're just gonna want to pull your hair up in a ponytail. This is basically where I put it. So I put it a little higher than a like regular ponytail. I'm gonna put it a little higher on my head. Now that I put the Got to Be Glue and everything's pretty much like slicked back, it's secured, I'm going to go and I'm going to use my edge control. I like to do this after I put the Got to Be Glue and I put it up, just because I feel like it just slicks it even more. So this is about how much I'm going to use. And I'm just going to rub that in my hands, and then I just go, oh, there's a hair. Okay, and then I just go and I'm gonna slick everything back so that it's like really, really tight and nice and smooth. And I'm gonna do the back as well because I have a lot of little broken hairs back there, so I want to make sure that it's all nice and smooth. And then I'm gonna take my comb and I'm just gonna go over, smooth it out some more. All right, now I'm gonna take the ponytail out and I'm gonna brush that extra hair that I brushed back. Or I should say comb. I'm using a comb. Okay, so now this is what I have and it's just so slick back. Like, I feel like I got a little facelift. This is great. We're on the right track. Okay. All right, so now this is what you end up with. If there's little bumps anywhere, you could just kind of comb it out a little bit. Make sure that everything's in place. If you need to use more product to like lay more of the hair down, you can go ahead and just grab a little bit more, fix up the edges, whatever you want. Sometimes I will brush down my little baby hairs and kind of like wave them out, so it's just a preference, but today I'm just gonna slick it back. Now I have this long ponytail, so what I'm gonna do is sometimes I put oil in it just so that my hair is moisturized while it's in a little bun, but today I'm just gonna curl it like this. So I just twist it and then I'm just gonna twist it around into a little bun, and then I'm gonna go use an elastic and just tie that up. And this is what you should end up with. So you should end up with a nice slicked ponytail and now a little bun on your head. So we're gonna move on to the next step. Now that this step is done, we're gonna go ahead and we're going to add these tracks to this little bun, and that's what's gonna give us like that big full bun. So clearly, like, this is what I start with, and you guys have seen me wear this bun, so you guys have seen how full and like thick it is. It's not my hair. The color is so close that sometimes people do think it's my hair. So let's start. So I'm gonna take the one end of this track and I'm gonna grab a bobby pin, and then I'm just going to secure this bobby pin into the bun and into the track. Usually when I start this, I like to put like secure it with like 2-3 bobby pins just to make sure it's really in there. You don't want to be like walking down the street and have your ponytail or bun unraveling. So I usually just secure it with like 3 bobby pins. And then all you're going to do is you're going to take the track and you're going to start twisting it around the bun. So you want to make sure that it's flat, and this is literally what you're going to do for the whole bundle of hair. You're just going to keep twisting it, twisting it. I had a video of me doing one of my ponytails, and it's basically the same kind of idea. So you're just going to twist it. So I usually twist it 2 or 3 times and then I'll secure it with a bobby pin. I try and secure the bobby pin in different areas. So we're just going to keep going like this. I'm going to try and get on this side so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. It's easier if you have your head down, just because the hair kind of stays down, and then you just keep wrapping it. And you'll notice as you're wrapping, make sure you wrap it tight enough. You don't want to wrap it too tight where like it's gonna hurt your head, because you're gonna have this on all day, and I'm telling you, when it's too tight or you didn't put a bobby pin at the right spot, it is really painful. It makes for a long day. So you're just gonna go ahead
And keep wrapping that hair. And then same thing for when you get towards the end. You're gonna wanna secure it a few times like you did at the beginning. This is gonna make sure that it doesn't go nowhere. So I'm gonna put one here. I usually put like 2 or 3 of them to secure them properly. And then one here and one right at the end. So this is what we got. So I'm just gonna pull the hair back and I'm just gonna brush it because like you have to think you've been twisting it so the hair is all mixed up. So you're gonna wanna just gently brush it out so that it's not all messy and knotty. Alright, this is basically what you're gonna end up with. This is how I would do like my ponytail. So if I was doing my ponytail, I would be wearing my hair basically like this, and I would just either straighten it or curl it, put it to the side, but this is basically how you achieve the ponytail. So if there's any bumps in your ponytail, you can go ahead and just brush them out now and fix it, whatever you need to fix. Now we have this, I have to go and curl all this hair now. I'm gonna start, I just like to part it, just do little sections at a time. It just helps me make sure I get all of the hair, but you can do it however you want. Just make sure that all of the hair is curled. I usually take, when I'm lazy, I take big sections, but when I'm trying to do it nice and proper, I'll usually take sections about this big, and then I just twist it around like this. Wait a couple seconds and then let it go, and this is what you should have. So you're gonna do this for your whole head. You're gonna curl all of the hair in your ponytail. This is probably the part that takes the longest, is the hair. You're curling the hair. It doesn't have to be perfect, like this is not, it's like a messy, curly, big bun, so you don't need to be like, have all of the curls super perfect, as long as it's just curled, because you don't want like a big piece of hair that's just real straight. It's gonna look funny. To appreciate how flat my forehead is right now. If you usually get Botox and right now because of quarantine you haven't been able to, this is a great look to make sure everything is pulled back. Trust me. This, I swear to God, has been like a savior for me, because I look back at when I was in my early 20s, I had a lot more wrinkles in my forehead than I do right now, and I swear that it's because I pull back my hair all the time. Morning, and this coffee is delish. All right, let's keep curling this hair. All right, we're on to our last little section. This is probably the part that takes the longest. That's why, like, if you have dark hair and you could just get synthetic hair with curls, you might not be able to reuse the hair like I am, but it would be a lot faster. My curler is at the highest heat. Obviously, the higher the heat, the more damage you do. So if you want to like use a protective spray for your hair, that is a good idea. And if you have already thick hair and it's long enough, like you can use your own hair doing this. You don't have to like put it up in a bun like I do. I just don't have enough hair to get the look that I want. So this doesn't have to be done exactly. You can improvise and, you know what I mean, work with your own hair if you have a lot of hair, if your hair is long. This doesn't have to be, you don't have to use tracks like I do. I just like big hair, and I just don't have enough hair to give me that big look. So that's why I'm always adding extensions or wigs or tracks to get my hair bigger and fuller, because that personally is the look that I like. I don't know, it's just preference. Now that all the hair is curled, we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna be using some more of our bobby pins, and we're gonna be pinning up the hair to cover that little bun here. So what I start by doing is I'll start by taking one side. I'm gonna bend my head so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. So I'm gonna take this side, and I'm just going to like start pulling it. So not all of the hair, you want some hair to stay down, but you want to pull some of it, and then you're going to be using your bobby pin, and you're just going to pin that hair up, and you're going to push the bobby pin into the hair and into your bun. So this is basically step one. I'm going to try and get closer so you guys can kind of see. So if I lift my head, this is what we have. So you could see like already the bun is starting to be created. So you're gonna do that 3 times. So I do it on the first side, then I pull the hair from behind, and then I'm gonna pin that like this. And then I have this side left. So I'm gonna pull this hair up and pin this. And then at this point, this is what we have. So this is what it should look like at this point. So you pulled the one side, the back, and then the other side to the top into the bun. And if you look now, when I bend my head, it just looks like a bun. So that little bun is like hidden in there. If you need more than 3 bobby pins to secure this, you can definitely use more bobby pins. Like, don't be shy. Clearly it doesn't look like a bun just yet. What I usually do is I'll usually just push it up, and then I'll just put some bobby pins in. And now it's just basically going around and trying to create the look of the bun that you want. So I like to have it messy, but I don't want all of them to be super long. So I'm just gonna go around and pin some of the hair that's underneath. But I want to keep the hair that's pinned to the top like free. I want curls. So you don't want to pin down the curls like this. If that's the look that you want to go for, definitely you can go ahead and do that. And then same for the front. I'll usually like pin the top a little bit. And if you do buy tracks and the tracks in the front are too long, like many times I've gone and I've just gave it a little haircut, like. So don't be shy to do that either. Let's see. And then, so this side I find is starting to look really cute, but this side needs work. So this, I want it pinned. And then if ever something like this happens where like some of the curls are not as defined, you can just go back in and fix it. Like, that's the fun part about it. It's like messy and it's not perfect. So you could just go back in, fix it, boom, there you go. Then I could see that the back still has a lot of hair kind of dangling. So I'm gonna go and I'm just going to, you can use a mirror too if you want to see the back. I'm just gonna pin this like this. So now it's pinned. The other side still has some, I can still feel some. So I'm just gonna go ahead and pin this side up like so. It's getting there. I want this to be up a little more and more secure, so I'm gonna put another bobby pin in there. All right, we're getting there, guys. We are getting there. All right. So this part is really just like playing around with it and just kind of trying to achieve that look. Like, this is really hard to get the same, it might look like I get the same bun every time I do it, but I definitely don't. It's always different every time I do it because you never know what your hair wants to do, and you kind of just eyeball it and kind of just fix it the way you want. So like this hair, I don't really like that too, so I'm just gonna pin that back a little bit. Then I'm gonna go fix a few of the curls. Alright, I am almost done. And I recently washed this hair, so it's like super fluffy. So what you can also do if you want it even bigger and you want that hair to stay nice and big, you can use some hairspray. I like the Tresemme hairspray. I've used it for years and this is just my go-to. So I'm just gonna go ahead and spray some of this to get the hair to stay up nice and big. And this is how you achieve it. So basically, once you just put those 3 sides up, it's just basically pinning and using like bobby pins and just kind of like getting that look that you want. You might want it to be like have more longer strands of curls, so obviously you won't have to pin it as much, but this is kind of the look that I want, so I just go ahead and I just add bobby pins all over the place. But the 3 main steps that you want to make sure is to just pin both sides and the back. All right guys, so that is it. This is all the products and all the steps that I do to achieve this look. I hope that it was very informative and I hope that you guys will be able to achieve this look on your own now. And if you end up doing this bun and you take pictures and post it on Instagram, make sure you tag me. I'd like to see all of you guys rocking this style. If you guys like this video, make sure you give me a thumbs up. It just lets me know that you guys like these types of videos and you want to see more so that I can keep bringing you guys content that you guys like to watch. If you haven't yet, you already know, make sure you subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate if you guys just give me a little subscribe, and if you really like to watch my videos and know when I'm posting, make sure you hit that little bell so you could be notified every time that I post a new video. Alright, I'll see you guys in the next one.